Welcome to episode 43. Today we'll be talking about Hocus Pocus sequel news, more Mandalorian news, Mark Ruffalo and She-Hulk, Onward, and more. Hey everyone, I'm Loren, and I'm here with my cousin and co-pilot Rich.
Hello.
How's, how's it going?
Doing all right. A little tired, but
Yeah. I really enjoyed your video of the meetup, the lightsaber meetup that you went
Oh
to.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm posting it in the show notes for anybody who didn't get to see it. But it looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, the video doesn't, touch upon everything that happened. It's very short, but I mean, it's funny that me and my friend got there and then we kind of stood by the docking bay 7. Just kind
Hmm.
of it looks out on the plaza with the Falcon, and then as the sun was going down, more people started showing up. I was like, okay, that's cool. And then like all of a sudden it turned into, like, you can see maybe a spattering of people with lightsabers, and like, all right, maybe there's like 50, 60 people.
Yeah,
But when the time hit, all of a sudden that plaza was filled with people with lightsabers. It went from like 50 people to like a couple hundred in no
yeah,
time.
that's
um
crazy.
yeah, like, and then you can see I showed a little bit of like the people watching, but like people were like, what is going on? Because it just, I mean, all of a sudden, there's like a whole bunch of people with lightsabers just hanging out by the Falcon. Um, so yeah, it was fun. It's a little chaotic because even the guys who organized it weren't prepared for that many people.
Yeah, because you said how many? Like 600 people showed up.
That's what the estimate was. It might be
Wow.
less, but it's a couple hundred. They were expecting, like I said, like 50, 60 people. Because, like, I think in the video I think I showed something about like what the last one was, and it was maybe about 40 people.
Hmm.
It
Yeah.
was very easy to get everyone in the shot and whatever, but just like one color alone was more than 50 people. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so it was fun. It was chaotic, but there's already plans for the next one. They want to do on Star Wars Day in Disneyland, which is May 4th.
Yeah, I know.
Um, so probably do that again. It was fun.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, check out our video on the notes and also on our blog. And speaking of video, we are now going to present our podcast on YouTube. Yay!
Yay!
And Rich did a
Yeah.
really great job in creating the video of our last episode, episode 42.
Hmm.
So I think it looks great.
Yeah, in the future we'll have like actual video of me and you recording this, so it's not
Yes.
just two pictures of us. We'll play around with the format, so if you have any feedback for us or any suggestions, let us know. We'll give you the contact information at the end.
Yeah, definitely. All right, well, let's get to the news. So, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway opened this week at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Did you get a chance to watch any of the videos, or are you trying to stay away from it?
I did because I knew I wouldn't be able to ride this ride for a couple years.
Yeah,
So it's not like it was looming. Like, the Rise of Resistance came out. I knew like in a
you were
month
going to do
I
it.
would be
Yeah,
running it, so I wanted to wait. But this one, I mean, I won't make it to Hollywood Studios again for a couple of years, and I can't remember when it's going to open here.
I think it's supposed to open next year.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot while. So
Yeah,
I'm like, I'll check it out.
I know. And I'm somebody like, even I watched the videos of Rise of the Resistance.
Hmm.
And even then, like when I actually went on it, it was an entirely different, experience because, you get to see everything in third dimension when
Yeah,
you're actually riding it. So I loved this attraction. Like I just thought it felt like you were in a one of the Mickey shorts. It
yeah.
really did.
Which means in real life, it's probably gonna look even more amazing.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's kind of like part Pooh's Honey Hunt from Tokyo and part Shanghai Disneyland Pirates and part Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters.
Yeah.
So yeah, but looks like a really great ride. I can't wait for it to come to Toontown, and I think it's like a great location for it in Toontown.
Yeah, that place would be. I mean, like the opening day of this ride, and in Florida had wait times of 300 minutes.
Yeah, I can
So
imagine that this one. You know, I wonder how they're going to handle the queue for it at Disneyland because
it
it's. I
probably,
think it. Oh,
I
go
was gonna say
ahead.
it's probably a little bigger because the locals here, with such easy access, we can just
Yeah,
go. Um, so yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna do anything about having 300 or 300-minute wait in Toontown, because it's such a congested area right now because of,
right.
it's like the place where you go as a parent and your kids just want to run around, so they just kind of park everything there. There's so many like strollers and kids running around.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
like I went there last week and I saw the place where they're gonna have it. I'm like, man, I don't know how they're gonna fit like a huge queue in this area. So
Right. That's what I'm wondering too.
that's my
So
that's my concern. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to being riding the ride. So it
yeah,
should help with traffic to Toontown. I mean, not that it really needed it, but it's mostly just like little kids and whatever. So
right. Yeah. Well, more people will visit Toontown for sure.
yeah,
So yeah. All right. Well, let's move on. Beauty and the Beast, Gaston and LeFou prequel is in the works at Disney Plus with Luke Evans and Josh Gad to reprise their roles. Interesting. It's interesting how they're
yeah,
coming up with these prequels for Disney Plus. Like, not only did they have this, but they had the prince that what's his name, Billy Magnuson played in Aladdin. They're developing something with that,
right.
um, and I really enjoyed Luke Evans and Josh Gad as Gaston and LeFou. So hopefully this will be good.
Yeah, and they seem to enjoy the role. So
Yeah, I mean they really of in that movie. I think that they were the standouts for
yeah,
sure. Yeah,
yeah. I wonder. Yeah, it's strange because like the only problem I feel with like some of these sequels from especially the musicals is that it's not uh who wrote Beauty and the Beast? Alan Menken,
hmm yeah. It'll be
right?
interesting. Well, I don't know. Who knows if he'll write the music for it
Right. But then lyrics, um,
or not Howard Ashman.
right. Um, so it's gonna be like there's a difference, right? Like especially like when someone tries to emulate like the Sherman Brothers or
hmm
Howard Ashman, you can tell there's a difference.
Yeah.
Um, so
Well,
yeah,
in the movie, they added new songs, and you can
right.
definitely tell
Yeah,
which ones were Howard Ashman and which one are not.
yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm always curious how that goes.
Well,
But
hopefully it'll
um,
be.
I mean, I think that like Mary Poppins Returns felt close.
hmm
Uh,
Yeah, I thought that they did a really good job with the music in that
yeah,
movie.
it'll be
Well,
interesting to see. I wonder if they're gonna de-age Luke Evans and Josh Gad. like how much of a prequel is it? Like how far back are they gonna go?
yeah, I would imagine that they wouldn't go into their childhood, but maybe when they're,
I'm assuming
yeah,
as teens.
yeah, exactly. Team Gaston and LeFou,
but still but still starring Luke Evans and Josh Gad.
right? Yeah, I don't think that it's going to go that far back.
It's gonna be
Uh,
it's gonna have to be a combination of special effects like Robert Downey Jr. in Is it Iron Man? Or no,
No, it was.
Civil. One of the ones where he
I think it was
de-aged.
Civil War.
Civil War, Civil War.
Yeah,
Like cause between that and then like making Chris Evans skinny Steve Rogers.
yeah,
Com combine the two.
yeah. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Well, Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye at Disneyland celebrated its 25th anniversary with some merchandise and food. Have you gotten a chance to check out any of it?
I saw the food and the merchandise. I did not make it to the ride itself because the day of the anniversary, I think it's March 3rd.
Hmm.
There, I don't know. So if you don't know, if anyone who's listening that doesn't know, like when that ride launched, they would give out these decoder cards, right? Because throughout the
Yeah.
whole queue, there's these symbols everywhere, and you can use a card to like translate what's going on. Um, and they haven't given those out forever, but they were giving those out a 25th anniversary edition of those cards out on the 3rd. So I
Yeah,
didn't
I
make it
saw
out
them.
for that. I did go the day after. I had a fast pass for the ride, but it broke down, so I
Oh,
didn't get to go
no.
on it. Um, but I did see like there's like some shirts. There's a annual pass holder only shirt.
Hmm.
Um, there's a Mickey as Indiana Jones plush. And then there's a Funko Pop
Yes,
that
I saw that.
I debated getting. The only thing the reason why I decided against it because it's one of those big ones, like
Right.
and I'm like, if it was a small one, I would probably get it just to add to my collection. But I'm like, I have nowhere to put a huge Indiana Jones Funko Pop.
Hmm.
So that's kind of cool. And then food wise, Tropical Hideaway has like a Indiana Jones themed um, Dole Whip dessert. It's got like raspberry and lemon, and then these like chocolate spears, and then the rolling ball is a cake
Oh,
pop
that's cool.
on there. So that's that. Um, and then there's a um, like a rib and rice thing at the Bengal barbecue that they have.
Mm,
Um, I did not try them because I did not wasn't hungry and I didn't really know they'd had food there until I got there and like oh man.
right. Right.
Um, and then the only thing is like it's out. They stopped selling those stuff in
I was just gonna ask that if
on the
they.
on the 8th, so it's only till the 8th. Um, so oh well, but it looked good. I've
Oh,
seen I've seen videos of people trying it out, and it's supposed to be really good. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try and make it out um, later today or tomorrow. Who knows?
yeah, yeah. Definitely let us know if it's any good if you get the chance to go.
And and now that I'm thinking about it, I should have got the shirt.
Maybe they'll still have them.
Yeah, so I'll check. There's a pin. I think that's sold out though.
Yeah, I would imagine the pins
Yeah.
always
So
sell out like crazy.
yeah. So yeah, I'm able to try to get the AP shirt.
Yeah,
It's really cool. But yeah.
yeah.
Um, I can't believe it's been 25 years.
I know it's crazy. It's crazy. It just makes me feel old.
Yeah, like I still remember the hype of that ride, and I wasn't even living in California then, so everything
Mhm.
I saw was like I don't even know how I saw this news. Probably some special on TV somewhere.
Yeah.
I just remember going like, we need to go visit LJ. I,
Visit Eld.
well, it's funny that back then I didn't really put together that you lived up north and Disneyland was down south. I just felt
Right.
California was all close.
One place. That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, I still remember like the first time we went going on that ride and that sitting in that queue for that. It was like a long queue, but it was back then you'd sit through the whole queue. Um,
Yeah, that is
so,
one of the longest queues.
but there was always like it was like the atmosphere felt like Indiana Jones. So there's like stuff to do, and you get the card and you can sort of decipher things. So
Yeah.
that. At least it kept you occupied.
Right.
But yeah, that queue. Even now that queue. Like if I can get a fast pass, I'll do that. If I can't get a fast pass, I usually skip it because I don't know what it is about that queue. It's
It's
just
very claustrophobic.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But and it's long. It goes on for days.
yeah.
So that's the other thing is about it is that it just goes on and on and on.
But
But they built it so that they can have maximum
yeah,
queue area.
yeah, yeah. It's a fun ride. It's one of my favorite rides. It's just it's always a longer wait and stuff.
Yeah.
So if I don't plan out that day early enough, usually don't make it on there. But
Right.
I always like it.
Yeah, it's a fun ride for sure.
Mhm.
All right. So Adam Shankman, who has had a storied career in terms of being a director, an actor, a choreographer. Uh, I was looking up some of the stuff that he's done. Here's choreographer for the musical episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So he
Oh,
has he's got an A+ in my book.
nice.
anything having to do with Buffy the Vampire Slayer is good on me. So anyway, I just realized I hadn't finished the story. Adam Shankman is set to direct the Hocus Pocus sequel, and he's also attached to the Enchanted sequel, Disenchanted, which they say is still under works. So
Oh,
I can't wait for either of these. I love Hocus Pocus. I love Enchanted. So and Adam Shankman's a great director, so I think that he'll do a great job on both of them. He's shown that he can do musicals and comedies and all of that.
yeah. I think it's ripe for Hocus Pocus right now. I don't
Hmm.
know if it's just me or whatever, but I just feel like recently, like Hocus Pocus has popped up a lot more than before. Because when it came out, I mean, I remember watching it, but I didn't think, I was like, okay. But
Yeah,
like, for whatever reason, like all of a sudden, like, especially like this past Halloween, like the Hocus Pocus, the sisters have popped up as being really popular.
yeah,
Uh, I just wonder if it's because the people who watched it were kids back then, and then now they're kind of growing up, so now they can like cosplay as them and all these other things. They were featured in Disney World at the
the Halloween party.
yeah, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I love Hocus Pocus. What's funny is that that's another one of those movies that I thought was lame when I first watched it,
Yeah,
and then ever since then though, it's like I have to watch it every Halloween, and it's just one of those perennial Halloween movies that I need to watch. So, um, yeah, I love Hocus Pocus, and I love Enchanted. I thought Amy Adams is amazing as Giselle. So,
I have only seen the end of that movie.
what?
It's one of those. It's one of those on the list. It's. I've never actually seen the full movie. I've caught the end many times though.
It's on Disney Plus. I think it is.
It should be.
Yeah, I know. If it isn't, then it should be.
Right.
So, yeah. Well, hopefully when this comes out, you'll get to see both of them.
Yeah. Like I know they've been working on the sequel for Enchanted for a while.
Hmm.
Uh, so much that I forgot. Like when I saw this on your show notes, I'm like, did he typo? Because it seems like it's saying like we'll direct Hocus Pocus, the Hocus Pocus sequel, and the Enchanted. I'm like, I thought it was supposed to be like Hocus Pocus and the Enchanted something. I didn't realize you were talking about two separate
Two
movies.
different movies, yeah,
Because
I know.
I'm like, oh, Enchanted the movie.
Right. Oh
I
man,
forgot about that.
yeah, good movie. I love that movie. So
I like the end.
one day you'll see the whole thing and
I
you'll
think I had.
understand
Yeah.
what's happening.
I think every time I see it, I have to ask my sister, like, what happened again?
That's so funny.
So
Anyway, all right. Will Reichel, who directed or who wrote Hot Air, which I never haven't seen, has been tapped to write the Three Men and a Baby remake for Disney Plus.
I find it very interesting the movies are choosing to remake,
I
and
know.
like Turner and Hooch.
Yeah, Turner and Hooch series even.
Yeah, I liked Three Men and a Baby when it came out.
Yeah, I
So,
did too.
but I think part of it was like the cast. Tom Selleck, Steve Guttenberg, and Ted Danson.
Right.
Especially at the time. So
Yeah.
I wonder who they will get for the Three Men and a Baby, like the new one. Like, who would they cast? Because that's gonna be really important. It's like, it has to be a kind of known actors, but at the same time, like, can play funny, but not necessarily need to be comedians, like known to be comedians. Because
Yeah.
like Tom Selleck wasn't really a comedian. I wouldn't like Magnum PI.
Yeah.
Ted Danson, obviously Cheers and stuff, and then
And Steve Gutenberg, the Police
Police
Academy
Academy
movie.
movies.
Yeah.
But they played it fairly straight, so it wasn't like a goofy comedy. It was just funny for the situations, and the uh, the three of them did a really good job, I think.
Yeah, I thought so too. I it'll be interesting to see how they adapt it because we live in a more enlightened time. Back then it was
Right,
like, ooh, crazy that these three men could raise a baby,
right.
and now it's not as crazy an idea. So
That's true. That is true.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they adapt it for modern time.
Yeah.
But I will watch it because it is
On
on Disney
Disney
Plus.
Plus.
All right, so Dancing with the Stars, Derek Huff is joining the cast of High School Musical, the musical, the series, season two. I still love saying the title of that show, High
I think
School Musical, the musical, the series.
I think it's got to be the most genius title ever.
I know, and I can't not say it without saying the whole title.
Yeah. No, you can't. You
Yeah,
have you have to say High School Musical, the series.
yeah. I'm curious to see how they're going to do a second season because the first season was about them putting on High School Musical,
Right.
the the musical, and so what are they going to do for this next one? I guess it's still going to be a High School Musical because they're going to do still a quote unquote High School Musical.
It's gonna be it's gonna be them putting on High School Musical 2, the musical, the series.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
season 3 will be High School Musical 3.
Three. Oh
The
my god,
musical, the series season 3.
that would be so funny if they did all three movies as musicals.
Like,
That would be
I didn't watch it because it's not my thing, but
the series.
both. But the High School Musical, the musical, the series. So it's about a group of high school kids in the high school that they did High School Musical, right?
Yeah,
But it's like a fictional
it's a
bunch of
fictional.
characters.
Yeah, they do it like a documentary series, but it's really a fiction. Like these kids are played by actors.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm like, it should be second season of like if they graduated high school that they just want to keep making the musical.
yeah,
Like if the community college, like let's do high School Musical 2,
yeah.
and then all people who are in front of that high school are like, why? But it's like it's their mission to put that on.
That's too funny. I almost hope that happens.
Nice.
Okay, moving on to the next story. The European launch of Disney Plus was apparently canceled due to coronavirus concerns. I tell you, it's been devastating the
Yeah.
world, this coronavirus.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things in my world that were canceled. Like there's a game developer conference that got canceled. There's a couple like esport stuff that got canceled. I'm just
Hmm.
curious because like is this just because they don't get to do a whole kind of launch party? Because Disney Plus is a channel. You can,
Yeah, I
I
think it's
mean,
a launch party. It's
right?
not. They're not going to postpone the actual launch of
Launch,
the. Yeah,
right? Because I'm like, that's a perfect way to launch it. Like, stay at home, watch Disney Plus.
yeah, yeah. That's how they should advertise it.
You have this commercial where it's dark and like, don't go outside.
Yeah.
Stay inside with Disney Plus. We have High School Musical, the musical, the series.
Oh my god, that's too funny.
And wash your hands.
Yeah, and wash your hands. Which I tell you, what were people doing before?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why is it all sold out? Like, what were people not doing before that all of a sudden? Are they just hoarding it? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I don't
Like,
know.
I need to find soap, people.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's like literally videos of people showing how to wash your hands. I'm like, what were you doing before? I don't know.
I mean, like, yeah, I've seen people go into the bathroom and not wash their hands. So I'm like, ugh.
Yeah,
But like, how many people weren't washing their hands? Like,
right.
look, like, I mean, like, I probably don't wash my hands as much as I need to because of this, but like, like all the time go to the bathroom, go touch anything weird,
Hmm.
and I'd like put it on like the hottest setting, like burn, like scalding water,
Right.
like
I
kill
know.
everything, kill it.
Yeah, that's a. I think that's something that we do in our family where we just scald our hands.
Like that's the only way to make sure
Yeah, exactly.
you don't you don't wash stuff in cold water. That doesn't work.
Right.
But so this is only like some kind of like launch party, but the channel itself is going to launch, right? Because I
Yeah.
know some of these people, not wanting to pirate things, have been waiting for months to watch like the Mandalorian.
Yeah. Oh my
You
God.
know,
It's so funny to think that there are people who still haven't seen The Mandalorian and all
yeah,
these series that are out there.
yeah,
The start of Clone Wars.
right? Like, um, but I mean, I know a lot of them kind of because I know a lot of people internationally, and they've all seen the Mandalorian. I'm like, how?
Yeah, I
They're
know.
like,
I don't
they're
understand it either.
like, we just know, we just get it. Like, okay,
Right.
like I
Yeah.
know, but like, I'd rather. I don't know. I'm not like when I was younger, I was totally into pirating things, but nowadays I'm just like, it's a couple bucks. Like
Yeah.
my days of Napster and whatever. I'm like,
Oh God, I forgot about Napster.
yeah. Well, back in the dark ages when you would like try to download a song and then you go to sleep because it'd take that long. And then
Right.
you wake up in the morning and hope it went through and then it's the right song.
Yeah.
So many times I'm like, I want to download this song. And it's not. But you had to wait hours to figure that out. It's like
Yeah.
I want to download Everlong by the Foo Fighters, and you play it in the morning. It's like it's Everlong, but it's like some dude covering it. I'm like this is not Dave Grohl.
Oh my God, you're like bringing me back. It's so funny.
Yeah.
God. Oh,
But,
Napster. I miss
yes,
you.
I don't.
Right.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
I was mainly being sarcastic.
Yeah, like please no more Napster.
Right.
Uh, but I'm excited that the rest of the world gets to join us in our Disney Plus viewing. So if any of you guys are actually international and don't have it, I mean, if you've listened to us before, like, yeah, Mandalorian, Clone Wars, High School Musical, but please, for the love of God, Jeff Goldblum's show, just
Yes.
just
Yes.
watch it.
Definitely watch that. You'll learn so much about sneakers and jewelry and drag queens
and tattoos
and
and yeah, it's
ice
amazing.
cream.
Ice
Yeah,
cream,
it's just
those random things,
pools.
but oh my god, it's always intriguing, and you
I
learn stuff.
know. So
So,
good. So good. I can't wait for the second season.
oh my god, I know.
Yeah. You know what's the longest running Disney Plus show is that Marvel's Hero Project. Like they're still doing new episodes.
Are they?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean there's like 35 episodes or something. I don't actually know how many episodes there are, but it's still there's still new episodes still going.
I actually like also that they're called Pixar in real life or whatever, but
Yeah.
they only had like a handful of things. There's like uh,
Yeah. They don't come out as
3 or 4.
regularly.
Yeah. Also,
They
like
just they just released the Merida one.
I haven't seen that one. The last one I think I saw was the Wally one.
Yeah. Oh, that was a few episodes ago, I think.
What have I seen? I've seen the octopus one, the Inside Out one, the Wally one.
Did you see the Toy Story one?
No.
Okay, so they've done Toy Story and Merida since then.
Okay, so I'm two behind. Is this
Yeah.
because they don't come? I don't. They're not come out. They don't come out regularly. So it's like,
Yeah, and they put it, the I wish that Disney Plus would with the originals put the stuff that's newer up front so
yeah,
that way because otherwise they kind of like space them out throughout that originals line. And so you never know. Like, take for instance, One Day at Disney Shorts. I sometimes forget to watch them because it's
right.
buried,
Yeah,
deeper into that line.
yeah. I mean, they're getting better. Like they have like a new section which they didn't have before. It's just
Hmm.
I think they need to do a little more of indicator like how Netflix does. Like for episodes, like for like series, they have like new episodes, and
Yeah,
then so like okay, there's a new episode. I get to watch it. Um,
right.
you know,
Exactly. That's what they need to do.
yeah. I mean, they're getting better. I mean, they've changed some things, they added some things, so
Yeah,
you just need to keep improving. So
they'll get there. They'll get there for sure.
yeah, definitely.
All right, let's move on to the Star Wars news. Ant-Man director, did I just say it? Ant-Man?
Yes, you did.
Ant-Man, Ant-Man director Peyton Reed will reportedly direct episodes of The Mandalorian season 2. I really like him as director of the Ant-Man movie, so
I
I just keep getting more and more excited for season 2.
yeah, I am just like I understand. I mean, it's gonna be as long as it needs to be. I
Hmm.
do wish it was a little bit longer. Like, especially when they're bringing in all these directors, I feel like
Yeah,
they need more episodes to direct. So,
right.
but I am totally on board with Peyton Reed, um, joining joining the Mandalorian. Um, I like the way.
I wonder if they'll do 10 episodes for this season because a lot of times they start off with 8 episodes and then the next season, you know, a lot of these series will go to 10 episodes. So
Who knows?
hopefully, yeah. I mean, that would be great if they did.
Because it seems like there's a lot of directors involved this time around. So
Yeah.
so we'll see. Um, I love the Ant Man movies, so I like the way they flow. I like the vibe they give. So
Yeah. And I think that he could do some really fun stuff, especially, with the stormtroopers and
yeah,
things like that.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. The next story is that the novelization for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker revealed that Rey's father was actually a failed clone of Palpatine. What do you think about that?
Um, I I don't know. Like I have it like the novel. Just to be clear, the novel technically isn't out yet. Um, I think they gave away some copies at C2E2 in Chicago.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of these things are getting put out of context or blown out of proportion. Like
Hmm.
there's a whole thing about the kiss between Rey and Kylo, and then this. And I think like the novel's just trying to further explain some things.
Hmm. I mean, it would make more sense for him to have been a clone because there's no way in that timeline that he could have, had a child that would have had Ray. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, it just seems too weird.
It just also raises questions about who the two people were that were supposedly her parents in the
Hmm.
movie. Was that a clone of Palpatine, or is that now like some like foster parents at some point? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it just points to the fact that this whole trilogy wasn't planned out in like in some unified way.
Right now.
That some of these things are like explained even weirder. You know, I don't envy Ray Carson, who's the author. Like she's already getting flack for just the little excerpts that are coming out, and it's like, how? Why are you blaming her for like you've seen the movie, like you know what to expect. Like they
Yeah.
wanted like I feel like fans wanted this like book to be uh like undo what the movie did. Like this book was supposed to be exactly the movie with just some extended parts. So I don't know what people are expecting. Like somehow this magically fixes things. I'm like,
I don't
no,
get it either. I mean, people just love to hate things. And it's just, I hope that she doesn't get too much hate.
yeah. I mean, like it's just scourging to like other authors who might want to play in the Star Wars universe. Um,
Hmm.
but I mean, like to get back to the fact that Rey's father was a failed clone of Palpatine.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if that really makes her the granddaughter then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not
that's
like it
true.
was the daughter of Palpatine's son, so if it's a clone, I don't know. I don't know. But this kind of thing was, I mean, like if you listen to what's being said in the movie, uh,
Hmm.
or even like if you go to the Mandalorian, they're talking about clones and stuff. Like it's not far fetched that this happened. You know, if you like the seeds are planted in the prequel trilogy where the Sith seem to be obsessed with trying to, have a longer life in any way possible. Um, the notion of cloning the Emperor being cloned was something they visited in the comics a long time ago,
Yeah.
in Dark Empire from Dark Horse. You know, Luke met a clone of Palpatine, and he became the new Emperor, whatever. It's been a while since I read that comic, but I remember he was a clone of Palpatine and just happened to have Palpatine's powers. I mean, like the first, like a sense of people who love the Legends storyline, like the Timothy Zahn novels. You know, one of the main characters was a uh, a clone of a Jedi, and actually also featured Luke's clone
Hmm.
in that novel. Like
Interesting.
they in the novel they found Luke's hand with the lightsaber, and they
Still
used
gripping
that to
onto it.
clone Luke Skywalker.
Oh my god.
So, I mean, like even if you go with the Legends line that a lot of fans are like upset about that they didn't use, like that was part of it. You know, Emperor was a clone in the Legends line, so it's not far fetched. And people
Sure.
just want. I don't know what people want. I think I don't know.
People want the movie in their minds. That's basically it.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. I get it on some levels, but I just think that people take it too far sometimes.
yeah. Like, accept what it is. It's what it is. You like it,
Hmm.
you like it. You don't like it, you don't. Like me, there's parts I don't like, but there's parts I do like. You know,
Yeah.
someone on Twitter put it nicely. It's a flawed movie with flawless parts. Like, I wouldn't want to change the whole scene with Han and Kylo. I
Yeah.
wouldn't want to change kind of the interactions between Poe, Finn, and Rey. Um, I enjoyed a lot of it. Pieces of it I enjoyed very much.
Hmm.
Uh, it's just sometimes how the whole thing was put together that I didn't agree with or doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, I accept it. It's fine. Whatever. And now we get to move on.
Right. Well, in Star Wars video game news, a Star Wars game called Project Maverick was leaked via the European PSN.
And
So I
since
don't
I
know anything
know,
about
I
that.
was just say,
Yeah, I was gonna
since I
say.
know you don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So what this means is it's not like a rumor from some weird Reddit post that's a really obscure. So PSN stands for PlayStation Network. This is
Hmm.
the official Sony PlayStation Network where you can download games or whatever. And
Okay.
apparently the European version at some point had something called Star Wars Project Maverick listed.
Hmm.
Uh, and it was confirmed by I can't remember where, but like one of the like someone was talking about some kind of game that's being developed, um, and then whoever was working on it, I think, confirmed like, yeah, this is the project I've been working on. But there's no really news about it whatsoever, besides the fact that it's being called Project Maverick, which means it's not going to be called Project Maverick. It's you know, I don't think it's going to be a Top Gun, Tom Cruise, Star Wars mashup. Like some people are like, "Ooh, Maverick from Top Gun." Like, no, that's
Oh
probably
my
not
god,
what it
that's
is.
too funny.
I mean, like, it would be awesome if it was like. So if we look at Maverick, you can either think the old Western with James Garner,
Yeah.
or you can think of Maverick Top Gun, which I'm like, what if this is a TIE Fighters X-Wing game?
That's
Like,
what I was just wondering. Maybe it is.
There used to be an old series back in the 90s that was called X-Wing versus TIE Fighter. It was really cool. Basically, you're a pilot and you fly either X-Wing or TIE Fighter or one of the other ships. And it's a battle, space battle game. It'd be cool if they brought that to modern technology, better graphics, and all these kind of things. So
Hmm.
I was always hoping they would do something like that at some point. So maybe this is it. Who knows? Um, but it's interesting. I think Project Maverick might be a clue into what it is, and I think if anything, it points to that and
Yeah.
not a gambler Western cowboy guy.
No, I doubt it. I doubt that.
And like then
Yeah.
it is. It's a sabacc simulator.
Oh my god, that would be so. That would be fun. All right, well, let's move on to Marvel news. So, Clay Bennett, who was in the Man in the High Castle, has joined the cast of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and is rumored to play Battlestar, who is the sidekick to U.S. Agent. So basically, he's the Bucky
Lucky.
to U.S. Agent. Uh,
Interesting. The more I hear about this show, the more I'm curious to actually what the story is. Like, what is going on?
yeah, it sounds like there's so much going on, but it looks good from the few moments that we got to see in
Yeah,
that Super Bowl spot.
yeah, yeah. Um, and I feel like Anthony Mackie and Stan,
Dad.
um, really get along. Like, I think they're having fun, so
Yeah.
that should translate into the show. And
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. I really like their chemistry in Civil War.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think that's the reason why they're doing the show is
Yeah,
because they had such great chemistry.
yeah.
So, I
Like
can't wait.
it's one of my favorite lines from that is still, you couldn't have done that earlier. I
Yeah.
hate I and then it's
I
like
hate
I
you.
hate you.
Yeah. So good. So
Yeah,
good. Uh, yeah, I just can't wait for the show to come out in August. Just a few more months.
I know it's gonna come up soon.
And then it's going to get crazy because
Yeah,
that Mandalorian season 2, WandaVision, all
Yep.
coming up so close to each other.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. So Mark Ruffalo is in early talks to appear in the She-Hulk series on Disney Plus. I just can't see how they're going to do the series without him at least appearing in one episode.
Right? Like this, like even just like the pilot or the whatever the first episode, and he's just there to
Yeah,
like talk to Jennifer. Jennifer.
yeah, Jennifer. I mean, he has to give her a
Um,
blood transfusion, so
right. So, um, I just wonder if it's going to be Mark Ruffalo as just Bruce Banner, or is it going to be Smart Hulk?
well, I would imagine that it would have to be. I mean, they'd at least have to have him as Bruce Banner at some point to give her the blood
Oh,
transfusion.
right. Because you can't
Yeah.
really, yeah. Though
So,
I wouldn't mind having an appearance by both Bruce Banner and Smart Hulk.
right, right. That would be awesome.
Yeah,
I
they have
love
like
Smart Hulk.
I like how he's a celebrity.
Yeah, I know that scene in the restaurant was so funny.
Yeah, I love it. It's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so some of the first sets photos of Loki have appeared online, revealing Sophie DeMartino's character. And a lot of people are speculating that she's going to be the Lady Loki.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, based on the costume she was wearing.
Right.
So, yeah. The photos look
That's cool.
interesting, for
There's
sure.
there's supposedly a photo also of Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston
Oh, I didn't see that
on the
one.
set. You had to find it. I saw a headline of it, like when I was
Yeah.
looking through my phone, but I didn't get to look at it. But this just reminded me that I saw that that
Oh my
headline.
God.
So I need to see if that's also true.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, again, like Loki was the one I was probably least looking forward to, but now it's like all those shows that are coming out, I'm equally intrigued by all of them
Oh
in different
yeah, for
ways,
sure. Yeah.
right? Um, what's going on with Falcon and Winter Soldier? Why is there a U.S. agent and Battlestar? What's going on with them?
Hmm.
With Loki, the whole premise that he is Loki from the first Avengers and not Loki from the rest, where he kind of had, you know, uh, his character arc with Thor and kind of
Hmm.
becoming sort of like a good guy. So this is still like, I hate Thor. I want to rule something Loki, right? So um, that got me interested in that. And then with WandaVision, like everything about WandaVision, I'm just curious about.
Yeah, that one I think is going to be off the charts for sure.
Yeah,
I can't wait. Just a few more months.
I know.
All right. So the last piece of Marvel news is that Chef Justin Warner announced that the official Marvel cookbook, Eat the Universe, is available for pre-order. I
Uh,
didn't I forgot until recently that he
uh,
was the winner of Food Network Star.
yeah, and also I don't know. This cookbook comes from, like, he does a bunch of YouTube shorts about
Yes.
cooking for Marvel. Like, it's called
Yes.
Eat the Universe, so he makes things that are kind of inspired by Marvel stuff.
Hmm.
Um, we're gonna include a link in the
Show notes.
show notes. But they're really cool. You know,
Yeah.
I actually like Justin Warner. I might get this cookbook.
I definitely want to get it because I
Yeah.
sometimes he cooks stuff that I'm like, I'm never going to find those ingredients,
Right.
but I like to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he did a Fantastic Four grilled cheese,
Yeah.
a Black Widow beet borscht.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones that he's done. He's done quite a few of them. So
Yep.
he's on the second season, and I think there are 35 episodes so far. So
Yeah. So check it out when you can, and then
yeah,
pre-order that
pre-order it.
cookbook.
Yeah. All right. So now we are moving on to Artemis Fowl had, or I should say that Walt Disney Studios had released an Artemis Fowl trailer, the second one in 15 months. So, did you get a chance to watch the trailer?
I did. This is the
Yeah.
second trailer? I don't remember our first one.
There was a first trailer that I don't think was cut together very well. Nobody could tell what was happening in that trailer. I think this trailer does a little bit better job at explaining
What's going
the
on?
what's going on.
Premise.
I read the book, and this looked
Uh,
a little bit closer to what I imagine in my mind. I mean, not everything is the same in your
right.
head as it is in the book, but I think that they did a pretty good job. It'll be interesting to see how they, the whole movie, how they adapt it.
Yeah, because I know about the books. I've never read the books.
Hmm.
So, to me, it looks. I mean, it looks kind of cool. It's like to me, it looks like a mix between like Harry Potter, Men in Black, uh, that's something else. But like, I forget the young kid vibe,
Yeah,
and then this whole like secret, like like not society, but like group of people that are protecting from instead of aliens, it's like mythical,
it's
whatever.
fairies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm intrigued.
yeah, I am too. Although I think that they made I forget the name of the character, but he looks a little bit too much like Hagrid from from Harry
Yeah,
Potter.
from what I heard in the trailer, he's supposed to be like a giant dwarf, so it's
Yeah,
like normal size. But yeah, it looks definitely like Hagrid, but like smaller.
right.
So
Exactly. So that's the only thing that kind of bothered me was like, oh, it's little. He looks a little too much for me. But
yeah,
again, I need to see everything in the context of the whole movie.
right. Yeah. I mean, I like. I'm a big fantasy guy, so I like the fantasy aspect and modern time kind of thing.
Hmm.
So I having not read the books, not really knowing anything about it, I will definitely probably watch this movie.
Okay, so that was going to be my next question. Is that does this make you want to see the movie more? And I feel the same way. I definitely would like to watch this movie based on the trailer.
Yeah, it looks good. So
Yeah,
it looks like a fun
I
time.
like the book, so I think that
Yeah,
I've been waiting for them to adapt this. So I don't get to read a lot of those young adult books, so
right.
um, so this one I actually read. So I was like, oh, good, they're going to adapt it finally.
Yeah.
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 All right, and now on to our final piece of news is that last night I got to see Onward. Yay!
Yay.
I thought it was a really cute film. Uh, I loved the world building. It
Mm.
was really creative. I love the all the sight gags that they had in it. Um, I don't know if it was my favorite Pixar movie, but I was appreciative of the fact that this is the first non-sequel movie they've done in two
A while.
years. Yeah,
Yeah.
in a while. So I like the fact that they did that, and I honestly thought it had a lot of heart. That I lost my father a couple of years ago,
Mm.
and I always think to myself that I would have loved to have spent a little bit more time with him. So I
Mm.
really got the message that you know people want to be able to have that time, especially
Yeah.
if you've lost a parent or you know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a really kind of sweet film, and I definitely want to watch it again for sure.
Oh yeah. How were the was it Chris Pratt and Tom
and
Holland.
Tom Holland. I thought that they were great. The thing is that sometimes when you're watching a movie and you have celebrities,
Mm.
uh, you kind of are like, oh, that's their voice. I can hear it. But with these two, I thought that they did, a great job. Like Tom Holland was basically the Peter Parker, and
Right.
Chris Pratt was basically Star Lord. But I was not taken out of the movie. Listening to the voices, I thought that they did a really good job. I thought that they were great.
Cool.
Yeah. And in front of Onward, they had the first Simpson short.
Wait,
Believe it
what?
or not.
Is
Yeah.
that the one with like the Russos?
No, no, no.
Oh,
That was an episode of The
oh,
Simpsons.
okay.
But this one is entitled "Playdate with Destiny," and it basically follows Maggie Simpson as she finds love at the park. And it has no dialogue whatsoever. You
Oh,
know,
really?
yeah, just sound effects and things like that. But really a cute film, and they do some fun stuff, kind of making fun of the fact that Disney is welcoming The Simpsons.
Right.
So they start off with the silhouette of Mickey's head,
Hmm.
and like you're gonna watch a Mickey short, and then all of a sudden it morphs into Homer Simpson with two donuts above his head, and I thought that was really fun. And then at the end, Gracie Films produces The Simpsons,
Right.
and they had Mickey Mouse in the audience in the logo,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, so they did some really fun stuff with that.
Nice.
So I thought it was really, a fun way for Disney to welcome the Simpsons to the Disney family.
That's
They've
cool.
really been pushing them, as part of the Disney family lately.
Yeah. Makes me wonder if there'll be something down the line.
Yeah, I wonder as well.
They're like, honestly, like, well, we can't do Roger Rabbit the way we did before because we can't get all the companies, but we can bring all the Fox stuff to Disney and
Yeah,
have like, Roger Rabbit, Mickey Mouse, and Homer Simpson. Let's do
right.
this.
That would
Let's
be great.
let's do this, people. I'm in.
Yeah. Too funny.
Yeah. Um, my favorite. So, like, obviously, there's now the merchandise for Onward out there.
Mhm.
I think I've not seen the movie, so I don't know. But I think it's funny that they have the dad as a plush. So like the
The
like
legs.
the legs and like whatever top part
Oh yeah,
they
yeah.
fasten together. Because I looked at him like, is this supposed to be the dad?
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's so
awesome.
funny. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that plush yet.
It's in the parks. So once
I
you come
know.
back,
I know. I need to.
that obviously they have the two main characters and the Manticore is a plushie also.
Right, right. Yeah. I have the action figures for the movie
Oh yeah.
because when Coco came out, I didn't buy the action figures, and
Oh
it was a regret because they're really hard to find.
yeah.
And so I was like, "Oh, okay. I see the Onward action figures. I'm just going to purchase them and
Oh,
put them away." And so I have them for sure.
there you go.
Uh, yeah, and a couple of a couple of pixies. That I thought some of those things were funny. Like the pixies are a motorcycle gang,
Huh.
and unicorns are like raccoon-like vermin.
Yeah, I saw that from the trailer. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's really kind of fun stuff that they did in this movie. So I am going to post a link to my review on which is on our blog on our show notes.
Hmm.
Hopefully, you'll get to see it someday soon.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
want to watch it. I just don't know when.
yeah. Watch it this weekend.
We'll see.
All right, bring Casiana.
Yeah, I don't know about that yet.
I know she's probably not ready for movies yet. So,
No.
all right. Well, we have come to the end of our episode, and be sure to leave us a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to your podcasts, and get those 5 stars up out there. It really helps us to be found. And share our posts with your friends on your social networks. And also check us out on YouTube now. So be
Yep.
sure to subscribe to our channel there.
Yeah.
And
We plan
yeah,
on having each podcast be also up on YouTube. It'll take probably another week
be more.
after
Yeah,
the original the audio release. Eventually we're gonna have like us on video, so it's not just static pictures. But
yeah.
like, we plan on doing other stuff, like more stuff like where I did the lightsaber meetup, and things like that. I need to catch the new parade, put
Yes,
put that
please.
up. I did get there last time I was there when the parade was just about to start, but I could not get a good
See,
spot, right?
yeah,
So my video would have been like blocked by like people.
a bunch of
So I'm like,
people.
I'll just show up earlier next time now that I know.
Yeah,
Uh,
for
and
sure.
I think that we'll do more stuff.
Okay. Yes. So you can also reach us at podcast@castlescapesandclones.com. Leave us your feedback, both good and bad. We'd love to hear about this, about the YouTube video, whatever.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll try to incorporate your feedback as much as we can.
Hmm.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah. Catch you on the flip side. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe and share it on your social sites. Stay tuned for more exciting content from Castles, Capes, and Clones.